I welcome all of you in today's weekly session of Fat to Fit Lifestyle. So, thank you for taking out some special time from your busy schedule. I welcome all of you and good to see you here again. So, in today's session, I'm going to talk on special aspects of weight loss. Um, at the end of the session, if you have any question, if you are facing any problem regarding your weight loss, you can ask me. I will be happy to answer. Right? So let's get started. So few of the important aspects about weight loss and leading the life in a healthy way. I talk about in this session. So first thing I wanted to talk on how we can define that we are living a successful life. It is important because there are certain factors in our life which defines that we are living a successful life, and one of the factor of that is health. So I don't know whether you already know about it or not. There are 4 factors of life that if we have balance in those 4 factors, then we are leading a successful life. So the first is health. As you all know, first is health. I don't know why first is health, but um, the health is set as the number 1 factor when we talk about whether we are living a successful life or not, right? So there was I'll tell you one example which happened last week in my office. So there was a event planned on personal finances. So obviously it was expected that the discussion will be about money, and the presenter he passed out from IIM Lucknow and worked with many banks. Worked with many companies. Amazon, launched Amazon Pay, launched Amazon, and ICICI, partnered credit card, which you see when you buy, place your order on Amazon. So he had worked, in finance domain and has a good experience. So he talked about credit card, he talked about debit card and accounts, money, how to manage, how to leverage, all the factors. At the end of the session, uh, unexpectedly, no one was expecting this thing. At the end of the session, he talked about health, and I'm sure everyone would be thinking that from where the health has come when we are talking about money, investments and personal finances. So he said something, when it comes to health, um, if you lose health, you lose everything. So I don't agree with this statement completely, but it also depends what kind of health problem a person is facing. So if a problem person is facing any cold or fever, and that's not a losing everything. But if somebody is having diabetes, or somebody is having cancer, or some degenerative disease which we cannot cure with medicines, then obviously we lose everything, because what we have today is because of this body. And if we are bedridden, if we are not able to do our everyday's work or what we want to do, obviously we have lost, right? So he talked about health, and he was saying, if you have to spend some money, whether it is a considerable amount of money or not, if you happen to spend some money on your health, just don't think about it, just spend on that, on your body, because it's also an investment. So yeah, so I completely agree with him, and it's a kind of investment, because if we have healthy body, we can achieve all the materialistic things, isn't it? So first is health. If we have all the things in life and we are not able to enjoy that because our body is not healthy, So of course we are not leading a successful life. Second factor is about money, finances. Let's suppose we have a very good health and we don't have money, enough money to fulfill all our desire and lead the life the way we want to lead. Then also we are not leading a successful life. The third factor is emotional relationships. So when we talk about emotional relationship, emotional well-being, emotional quotient, it's all about how we interact with other people, how we interact with people in office, how we interact with people uh, in neighborhood, how we interact with family members, how we interact with any person around us. So if we have healthy relationship with people, obviously, so we can say that we are emotionally healthy, and in that factor at least we are successful. And the fourth factor is spiritual life. So knowing ourselves more, our weakness, our strengths, and spending time with ourselves, spending time with what we like to do, doing what we like to do, so this is the fourth factor. So if we have balance in all these four factors, then we can say that we are leading a successful life. If one of the factor is not balanced, um, that's not a what that's not a definition that is defined by I mean successful people, that there's a successful life. So that's the first thing I wanted to share. Okay. And so now let's completely come to the weight loss, right? So when we talk about weight loss, first, as I had told to you guys in initial talk, there are four different kinds of body shapes, and four different kinds of body shape indicates four different kind of root causes. So I'll just iterate again, just for better understanding. I know you already know that, but for the people who don't know or want to know more, I will explain. Okay. So first one, so you might have seen people during while you were filling up the Google form, you might have also seen the first question, what kind of body shape you are holding. So first, where you might have seen people having extra weight all over the body, from cheeks to chest, stomach, legs also. So the root cause and the main reason behind that is that his or her thyroid gland or thyroid hormone is not effective on body. So thyroid hormone is not effective. It could be because of two reasons. One is the thyroid gland is not producing enough hormone, or the thyroid hormone which is getting produced is ineffective on body. So two reasons. That what is the what of these two reasons, what is the actual reason, that we come to know through blood test. Okay. So until unless we fix this problem, person is not going to lose weight. He can lose weight few kgs by doing exercise, but not beyond that, because the root cause is not yet fixed. Second shape, you might have seen people having extra weight only in belly area, nowhere else. They are chest wise they are fine, cheeks wise, face wise they are fine, perfectly fine, but their stomach is round shape, football shape. Main reason behind that kind of weight gain is fatty liver. Okay. So fatty liver is the main reason behind that. Until unless we don't fix that, a person is not going to lose beyond a certain level. And these kind of people usually have digestion issues. They have some patches on the skin. They have bad breath issue. They have back pain, knee problem, shoulder pain, and few other problems. And those problems are because lack of vitamins, and those are fat soluble vitamins. And why fat soluble vitamins? Because liver is responsible for metabolizing the fat. So if liver is fatty, he is not going to, his body is not going to get fat soluble vitamins, right? And as liver is not healthy, thyroid gland, thyroid hormone also is ineffective, because more than 80 to 85% of thyroid hormone produced by thyroid gland is activated through liver. So thyroid and liver both are connected. Third body shape, you might have seen people having only weight in the only in the belly area, like the second shape, but there's a difference. Their belly hangs down little bit, it's called sagging belly. And again, the reason behind that is stress. Stress. Now, how stress is playing the role in weight gain, right? So, a lot of us focus on about food, about eating less, or about exercising more, but very few of us pay attention about stress. Okay, so how stress is affecting is so when we have stress, it could be physical or emotional, right? So what happens if fat making hormone is released whenever we have stress? So it's like let's suppose you are going through a jungle, and you found a tiger in front of you. Okay, now the kind of energy you will get at that time to save your life, can you imagine how much energy suddenly you will get? A lot of energy, I mean, you will not put any extra effort to get that kind of energy. You will run with your full effort, and a lot of energy you will get suddenly. From where that energy is coming? So this hormone is responsible for that, cortisol. So cortisol is a hormone which is released in a fight or flight situation. So cortisol is responsible for that. So cortisol is a fat making hormone, and whenever we have stress, like job stress, family stress, whatever kind of stress, we tend to have insulin also in body. So insulin is another fat making hormone which is released in blood. Why? Because cortisol converts muscle protein, and that muscle mostly is from the buttocks area, backside, because body thinks that this is not the very I mean very important part of the body, so we can take out some sugar from there, so convert muscle from buttocks and convert it to sugar for energy. So when sugar is there, insulin will be there, and that's how people gain weight. And in stressful situation, people eat more also, and most of the time it is sweet items, sweets, cake, all those things, right? Fried foods, potatoes, chips, finger chips, all those things. So now two things are, two factors are now, two hormones are playing role at the same time. So people gain weight very fast in a stressful situation. Obviously, when person is stressful, he doesn't sleep very well. He doesn't get sleep. Now, when he doesn't, when the body is not relaxed, then again that is problem, and um, you will keep on eating because you are not getting sleep and body is not relaxed, so it is not able to heal itself. So most of the healing happens during the sleep because body is relaxed, right? When we don't eat in the during the sleep, body needs energy, right? So it converts fat into energy. If we are not sleeping, obviously we are gaining weight. All right, so this is third type. Fourth type, mostly for ladies, where ladies gain weight in the lower part of uh, body, and we call it as pear shape, the pear. So the fat accumulation happens in the hips and thighs areas, and that is because of the estrogen hormone. Estrogen, again, is one of the fat making hormone, and so that's what happens. You might have seen many males also these days where they have the backside with widen up. So that is the reason. So people do a lot of exercise, a lot of cardio, a lot of they eat less also because to lose weight. But do you think if they are not fixing these problems, they will gain weight again, right? And they think now they are designed that way. Their life is going to be with this kind of body only. They lose their hope. So this is the missing link, right? So these are the 4 different kinds of body shapes where people are not knowing all these factors and they do something wrong and they fall sick, and in between they lose hope and stop the exercise, stop whatever they were doing and get demotivated, right? So now I wanted to specifically talk about this diet, whatever you guys are facing, how this diet is important, how it is, what it is doing on your body, how you are getting benefited this kind of diet. So if I tell you my main focus for you guys is not to lose weight, my main focus is not for you guys is to lose weight. You will eventually lose weight, that is the byproduct. The main focus for me is to get healthy. So it is not about losing weight to get healthy, it is about getting healthy to lose weight. Because body is very smart, it knows how to heal itself, it knows how to take care of itself, provided if it is if it has all the tools required to heal itself. And what is the tool? What goes inside the body? Because what goes inside the body, that only body can take it, right? So what we eat, basically we eat food. So food is the tool for the body. Now if we are not eating right kind of food, then body will not be able to do its daily job, and over a period of time this gap which is caused by improper food, that nutrition gap, I'm talking basically about nutrition gap. So why we eat food, what body gets from the food, it's about nutrition. So nutrition body gets, right, all the fatty acids, vitamins, minerals, right, protein, amino acids. So these are the tools. If the body is not getting all these tools, it will not be able to do its job, everyday job, and over a period of time this gap will create all other health issues, and then we take medicines. I'll talk more on this, right? So that is the main focus, getting healthy to lose weight. Now what will happen? So weight is, excess weight is just one factor of health. There are other factors also, in weekly session which I conduct at 9 p.m. every Sunday. So I talk about all the health issues. So I have talked about cancer, I have talked about oxidation. Next session I'll be talking about eye health. So all these problems happen because of this nutritional gap. So when body is getting healthy from inside, obviously apart from weight we are avoiding other health problem also. I'll talk more on this further. So exercise, as I told you, exercise is not a tool for the weight loss. Exercise has never been a tool for the weight loss. However, it helps in weight loss indirectly. Okay, so now what happens when we do exercise? Now do you think only fatty people or people who are having extra weight should only do exercise? No, right? So everybody can do exercise and everyone should do exercise, right? Now, don't you think if a lean person is doing exercise, then he will become more lean? But it doesn't happen all the time, right? So exercise is not a tool for the weight loss. However, there are so many benefits of exercise. So exercise, obviously, it increases your strength, it increases your endurance. When we sweat, a lot of the toxins come out of the body through sweat and breathe. And um, when we are doing exercise, there is a stress created on the body, and under that stress, the weak cells die and the new cells come up. Now you can take any of the athlete or any of the successful person from the sports or any film industry who has maintained himself fit. They exercise regularly. So this is the reason. And when we do exercise, there is another anti-aging hormone get released when we are relaxed, when we are sleeping, when we having this kind of diet, specifically the diet you are following. This anti-aging hormone is able to do its job on your body. Otherwise, even though you do exercise, and this anti-aging hormone called growth hormone, which is released, which is produced in the body, but it is not able to do its work because of the insulin or cortisol, stress. So exercise helps in you know um, I mean with your age factor also, because of the growth hormone. Growth hormone is also a fat burning hormone as well, right? So two benefits. So these are the few benefits of exercises everyone should do. So that is how exercise helps in weight loss, because of growth hormone. And obviously while doing exercise, we do some burn some calories as well. All right. There are so many people who couldn't do exercise, but they followed this diet and they are able to lose weight. So it is another factor that this proves that exercise is not a weight loss tool. So everyone should do exercise, and at least 4 to 5 days in a week. Different kinds of exercise, because if we do only one exercise every day, body gets habituated of that, and we don't get full. We are not able to leverage that time and effort completely. Now, another factor which I wanted to talk about weight loss is, as you might already be knowing, or you might have seen people doing it, and that is nothing but eating frequently but smaller meals, or smaller quantity but multiple times. Usually, doctors recommend this to diabetic patients. That is small. But do you think it's a right thing to do? I'll explain that it is not the right thing to do when it comes to lose weight. How? So let's suppose morning you ate, and then after 2 hours you ate, then 2 hours, then 2 hours, then 2 hours you ate something, and you are eating whole day, right? So what happens when you're eating? You are inviting fat-making hormone called insulin, and if insulin is there, you are not going to burn fat. Now it is a small meal, though it is a small meal. So due to calorie deficit, you will be able to burn, um, you know, burn some fat, and maybe you will lose muscle in that process also. So we see that weight loss is happening, but it is not fat. It is mostly the muscle. So people lose muscle um, for the weight loss. And when it comes to diabetic people, when they eat too frequently, Now insulin is released in their blood because they have to, because body knows that food has come and obviously blood sugar will go up, and now it's time to take out the blood sugar, insulin will be released. Now most of the diabetic people, they are diabetic, type 2. They are not type 1 diabetic, they are not type 2 diabetic, they are diabetic type 2. And most of the people who are type 2 diabetic, the root cause for their diabetes is insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is nothing but the body has become unresponsive, unresponsive, I don't know what is the right word. Okay, so I hope you are getting right. So it's not able, the body is not responding towards the insulin because there has been too much of insulin in past, some 4 to 5 years or 10 years, depends. There has been too much of insulin that body starts ignoring, body has stopped responding to insulin. Now when we are eating frequently, insulin is coming more and more, and more insulin is coming. Do you think a diabetic patient is going to get healed or to come out of the diabetic situation? It's not possible, right? So that's what happens when we eat too frequently and smaller meals, and we don't eat proper meal. When we eat less, our metabolic rate is also getting affected. And when we talk about metabolic rate, the rate is directly related to thyroid. So thyroid functioning also goes down and people develop hypothyroidism. I hope you understand, right, how everything is connected. That's what happens. And the diet, guys, which you are following, even this diet can help diabetic people to come out of diabetic situation. It's so powerful because it's about getting healthy first. Okay, as you might, know, as you have followed different kinds of diet in past, there are so many diets available, around us. So many different kinds of diets for to lose weight. So um, I came to know about there is some diet called banana diet. There is some diet called fruit diet. There is some shake diet. You drink only shake whole day, and different kinds of diet. Eating less, eating frequently, or different kinds of diet. Now, as you all of you now have this understanding about the role of hormones, do you think banana diet will help in losing weight? Shake diet will help? All different kinds of diet will help? Again, it depends. It may help and it may not help. Now, if a person who is not having any past health issue like diabetes, blood pressure, fatty liver, all these things, if he takes some diet, one of these or any other diet, he may get benefited because he doesn't have any other health issue, right? He may get benefited. Also, it depends upon how many kgs he wants to lose. If 3 to 4 kgs, obviously he is going to get benefited. Even 10 kg also he can lose for the diets. But if a patient, if a person who is having sugar problem, if a patient is having, if a person is having diabetic issue or fatty liver, do you think banana or fruit diet will help? It's not going to help that person specifically, because when a person is having fatty liver, the fruits is not going to help. The fruit diet is not going to help because the fructose in the fruits is the responsibility of liver to digest, to metabolize fructose. It directly go fructose, other body cells and body parts cannot metabolize it. So fructose is metabolized only by liver, so it is complete liver's responsibility. And when fatty liver is there, obviously it's not going to help. Now shake, I know few people who got benefited from shake diet. But if a person is having again some kind of health issue, who has like weak bones, knee problem, liver issue, thyroid issue, it's not going to help that person. So also it varies from person to person. If a person is healthy, it's just only that he did some mistakes in the past of eating too much, or because because of wrong um, food, then other diets can help. But when it comes to becoming healthy from inside, um, it is not going to help, right? So first get healthy, and then reap the benefits of one of the benefit is weight loss. All right. Again, this thing already if anyone of you don't know, this information is going to be very uh, fantastic information, very exciting. You will be happy to know about it. So our body is capable of to handle with two kinds of fuel. It can operate on two kinds of fuel. One is sugar, another is fat. When I say sugar, it could be glucose, sucrose, lactose, dextrose, maltose, different kinds of sugar. So it can use these sugars to produce energy. But our body is capable of utilizing fat also as fuel. And the difference between these two kinds of fuel is like very big. Very quickly I will cover. So when your body is utilizing sugar as fuel, it means it's like your car or vehicle, whatever vehicle you are having, it's running on petrol or diesel. So what happens when your bike or car is running on petrol or diesel? First of all, your engine gets dirty from inside because the fuel is burning from inside, right? Same thing happens in our body. There are so many byproducts which gets you know generated or created when our body is utilizing sugar. That's where inflammation comes, right? And when your car is running on diesel or petrol, there are so many harmful gases comes out, right? There is a lot of noise in engine. The maintenance of the car goes up, and durability also goes down. So same thing is with body when it is running on sugar. Okay. And when it is fat, it is like your car, your bike is running on electricity. So your engine is clean. You are not eliminating any harmful gas or material in the environment or within your body. And your age increases. Your you feel good from inside. Body is stable. No inflammation in the body, and your maintenance also goes down, right? So you don't have a lot of diseases. Apart from that, the energy which your body gets from by burning fat is like jet fuel. Plane and rocket, how does it go? So that kind of energy you get more concentration. You feel more energetic. You don't feel lack in energy during daytime, evening time. You don't get tired. Those kind of benefits. So those kind of fuel body is capable of to run on, and because of this that your body is getting tuned to burn fat. That is where you will lose fat, right? Now again, many people have this question with me, and it's a genuine question that supplements. So I wanted to tell you that so supplements and medicines both are two different things. So supplements are like filling up the gap of the nutrition, by the filling up the gap of the nutrition, so that body can heal itself, and it can be healthy from inside, because that is the primary tool a body needs to repair the damage every day happens, or to develop new cells, healthy cells. It needs those things, right? That is the role of supplements. Another role of supplement is to prevent disease. Now disease has not happened, but to prevent, it's like precautionary, right? Before any problem happens, let's prevent it. So prevention is better than cure. So that's the concept of supplements. Medicine, on the other hand, comes into picture when a person gets some disease. Now we have to fix that problem. So it's like you taking your car to garage, because some problem happened. Now, so that is what medicine do. It fixes the problem. And supplements, what they do, it is like taking your car for the regular service, so that problem does not happen. The maintenance goes down and durability increases. That's the difference. Now, when we talk about allopathic medicines, there is 70% side effect out of these allopathic medicines. So first of all, one problem happened in my body, I'm trying to fix it. And allopathic medicines, on top of that, it creates another kinds of problem because of 70% side effects. It varies from medicine to medicines. So this is not my statement. This is a statement of Dr. Ray Stent, and he has written a very famous, very important book called "What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine May Be Killing You." So I request every one of you to purchase this book on Amazon. It's very not very costly book. I think within 300 you will get it. Very simple book to understand, and no medical terminology. Very simple English to understand. Very amazing book. Just go and read it. Okay, so that what happens. So that's the difference between supplement and medicine. Now, any one of you, have you ever, before this diet, have you taken any supplement? Anytime in from past 20 years? You may or you might have not. But do you know about that Complan? You know about Complan, right? Horlicks, Bonvita, Boost, Revital, Janam Gutti for children, and Sinkara. I don't know whether you know it or not. Sinkara, for Kam Kamara Sinkara. So, to give energy. What are all these? These are all supplements. We give it to our children. The Boost, Horlicks. We are already giving to our children to fulfill the daily need. Right? Now, I wanted to talk on two supplements which you guys are taking. Just on two. First, I wanted to talk on protein. So protein, all this, all plant protein. Do you know the special things about this protein? You may or you might not be. So for those people who don't know about this protein, so this protein, it has 80% of protein in that. So one scoop is of 10 gram. So 8 gram is protein in that, right? 80% protein. You tell me which other brand or other protein supplement gives you 80% protein in that. Okay, it has all the 9 essential amino acids. So all the essential amino acids are written here. Essential, when I say essential, it means body cannot produce it. It has to be taken from food. Right? Body is not capable of producing this thing. So amino acids, there are 22 different kinds of amino acids, and amino acids are like alphabet letters. So in English, we have 26 letters. And if one letter is missing, we cannot produce all the words, all the sentences. Right? So same thing happens with amino acids. Our body it produces various kinds of protein out of those 22 different kinds of amino acids. If one is missing, it cannot produce all the different kinds of amino acids which body needs, and that is where you feel hair fall is happening, energy is going down. I feel I get tired very easily, nails getting brittle, those kind of problems. Now, if you see, um, there is a score which is given to this protein called PDCAAS score. So it is mentioned here. You can take your box and you can look it at. So the rating of PDCAAS score is given as 1.01. So the best protein available in the market should have this rating from 0 to, this rating varies from 0 to 1, maximum is 1, so it has 1. So what does it mean? It means this is 100% digestible protein, anybody can take from the age on 4 onwards, anybody can take it. It's completely digestible, there is no side effect of this. It's a complete natural. It's made up of wheat protein, yellow peas protein, and soy protein. Soy is non-GMO here, right? So that is why the cost is little higher. So when price is there, obviously quality is there. Now, and another thing, this is completely tasteless protein. It doesn't has any taste. You can add it in your any kind of food. Let's suppose you are making kofta, you can add protein in that. You are making any shake, you can add protein in that. If you are having any curry, with gravy, you can mix it with that. You can take it with water, you can take it with milk. However, I don't recommend milk because of the fat burning, because it has lactose in that. That's one kind of sugar, natural sugar. So that's why. So it's completely natural. It doesn't have taste. You can mix it with anything. Your children can take, you can take, your elder one can take, and very good supplement. All right. So another supplement which I wanted to talk to give more info on omega 3. Omega 3, there are natural sources, there are vegetarian sources and non-vegetarian sources, right? But why omega 3 is needed? Right? So many people have knee problem, knee pain, back pain, hair pain, that pain, right? So why it is happening? Some health problem. So it's called inflammation. So inflammation, because of inflammation itself, many health issues happen. And one of the factor for inflammation is the imbalance in the ratio of omega-6 and omega-3. Omega-6 is also a good fat for body. It needs it. And from where the omega-6 comes, whatever the cooking oil we use, it is rich in omega-3. So we eat oil and we are getting a lot of omega-3, which is good fat. But the quantity of omega-3, omega-6 is in our body in today's time is so much that it creates inflammation. Now, okay, omega-3 we are getting from food and we cannot avoid it because it's required, right? Body needs fat also. Omega-6 it needs basically. So inflammation is not due to only with omega-6. Inflammation is because of the imbalance of the omega-6 versus to omega-3. So the best ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 should be 1:1. So the quantity of fat, cooking oil you are eating, the same quantity of omega-3 you should take daily. But we don't do that. So it creates an imbalance in the ratio. So ratio goes like 80 plus is to 1. So 80 plus is for omega-6. So inflammation. So omega-3 is an anti-inflammatory supplement. Not only that, it is a good fat. Now, where omega-3 is needed, it is needed in brain. So our brain has, you already know that it has a lot of neurons. So you take single neuron cell. So that single neuron cell is coated with a fat lining, and that fat lining is made up of omega-3. and that fat lining is called myelin sheath. So if myelin sheath is broken or it is oxidized, that is where people have forget, low memory, or they have some kind of health issue related to brain basically. So our brain is mostly the fat organ. It's completely fat organ. It requires a lot of fat. And body, when brain gets fat as fuel, it loves it. It loves it. So omega-3 needed by brain, hairs, eyes, skin. If you lack in omega-3, your skin will have issues, dullness in the skin, that charm goes, the radiance goes. Apart from that, it needs joints also need omega-3 for the lubrication and other factors. So omega-3 is very, very important. Now there are two sources, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Vegetarian sources are like olive oil, olives basically, flaxseed, and what else? There are other sources also, like some seeds and like walnut. These have omega-3, right? Now, but thing is that omega-3 coming from vegetarian sources, body has to break it down into two smaller compounds called EPA and DHA. So when we talk about omega-3, it's nothing but two fatty acids, EPA and DHA. So EPA and DHA are the fatty acids which body can consume, which body can absorb. But vegetarian sources, they come into ALA, alpha linoleic acid. So ALA has to be converted into EPA and DHA. Right? Eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. So these two fatty acids body can absorb, and it is omega-3. Body has to break it down. So in order to break it down, it has to has other supporting minerals, vitamins, and enzymes. If the body doesn't have it, cannot convert, it cannot absorb ALA directly. Whereas non-vegetarian sources like fishes, other seafoods, they like salmon, mackerel, sardines, they have good. They are rich in omega-3, so they come directly into EPA and DHA, and body can readily absorb it. Another bad thing about omega-3 is that our body, not with omega-3, with our body, is that it cannot produce omega-3. It has to be taken from the food. It has to come from the food. So you have to eat foods which has omega-3. Right? So cool. Now, there is another thing which I wanted to talk about: the price and the value of this program. So many people, it's a genuine problem for people. Many people feel that it's very costly. Obviously, it is at the higher end, but there are so many other programs available which goes in lakhs. Like I hope you know Rujuta Divekar, right? So he's a celebrity or nutritionist in Bollywood industry, and she has helped Kareena Kapoor and other many other celebrities. They are consult on a daily basis for their health. Now it has, so she has weight loss program, and her charges starts from, the basic one is like 1 lakh, and that too she doesn't help you directly, her team helps you, that too for I think 3 months. So it goes on. So the highest one is more than 10 lakh, and it is for 1 year. That is where she gives time to people, and but not she is not available on call. She is only available, I think once in 3 months or 2 months. Otherwise her team helps, right? So value versus the price. So the price here, which you are asked to pay in terms of supplements and other green leafy vegetables and apple cider vinegar and all those things, is nothing. Is nothing when it comes to health. Now, as I told you, fat burning, weight loss is just is a byproduct. You know, but apart from losing weight, you are also avoiding other future health problems which might happen because of this nutritional gap. So you are avoiding, you are fixing some internal, body problems before that, health issue happens. So last Sunday I had conducted the same webinar on cancer. So how cancer happens, how we should prevent, right? So cancer doesn't happen suddenly. So let's suppose today if somebody is diagnosed with cancer, the cancer process, the development of cancer would have started 10 to 20 years back. So now let's, I don't know what is your age. So let's suppose you add 10 or 20 years, and at that age, if somebody say, doctor says that, you have cancer or you have diabetes or something, some problem, let's say cancer, cancer. So that process of development of cancer would have started today. And there is no way that we can come to know about it unless it reaches to the last stage, because that is where we start having problems and we go to doctor. So today, because of these antioxidants, so how cancer happens? Cancer is nothing but oxidation of DNA. The DNA of the cell get destroyed because of free radicals and oxidants. I had talked more in that session. So when a cell is mutated, when it divides, further divides, now bad cells are dividing, and then when it becomes a tissue, muscle tissue, that's cancer. So because of this diet and these antioxidants which you are taking today, you are not only losing weight, you are also getting healthy, and you are avoiding all other future health issues. I told you how omega-3 works, how protein is able to develop amino acids are able to develop all different kinds of protein. So that we have vitamin C, which is very very good antioxidant. So all these are helping all together. So the value which you are I have got and you are getting, in comparison to that the money which people spend when they have health issues and go to hospital, right? So it's nothing. It's nothing. It's negligible. How many times we go to mall or we buy something which we don't need, or we spend money, you know we just spend and we don't remember after 1 year or 2 years. Now the 50,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees which you had spent 2 years back, do you bother about it? Do you care about it now today? Right? So we forget. So it's the best investment in our health, which I have done and you guys have done, and many more will be doing, because of obviously when you will get fit, you are going to influence many other people indirectly, right? So it's a blessing for me and my family. I will share sometime, my mother's story, how she was and now how she is leading her life when it comes to health. Okay, and so this last thing I wanted to talk to all of you. Just imagine, as I told you, 4 factors of leading a successful life. One is health. If you guys are leading a healthy lifestyle, your body is fit, you are disease free, don't you think you are indirectly teaching your kids how to lead a life, at least health wise, one factor of the successful life? At least they are going to learn from you that how to be healthy. At least in this area, you can become a superhero for your children, for your family. Not only your family, so many families, because your transformation is going to, people will see. Now, if you do exercise every day, if you do eat healthy, if you take care of your health, if you are able to run, if you are not having any knee problem, if you don't have any diabetes, sugar issue, blood pressure, any kind of problem, because you are leading a healthy lifestyle, you are taking care of your health, Don't you think it's an blessing and achievement? I say it's a great achievement, right? Because if body is healthy, we can achieve anything. We can perform better in job. We can perform better in with family members. We can help other people. If we are not healthy, what's the point? That I learned from my personal experience. Maybe I'll share sometime another story. So that's what I wanted to say as a last. Become superhero for your family and other families in your society, at least in this area. There are different levels of fitness. Today you are focused on weight loss, that is one factor. Tomorrow, after weight loss, take your health to the next level, then next level, then next level. Isn't it amazing, setting a new goal, right? So that's all, guys, I wanted to share with you. And we are done for the today's session.